So basically what I'm saying is gender, sex, to me, should be the same thing. But that's my opinion as Paul. Gender, sex we should be objectively the same thing. Where the difference could come in is gender roles. Yeah? Just in Uganda, we have someone told me tribes and nations, yeah. But we have tribes where females are the ones who fend for the house. Yeah? And that's their gender role as females. When you get married to a woman, then she's the one who goes to work and the man stays home. But then, of course, the greater society internationally is that the man fends for the house. Yeah, but so I would say maybe the gender roles could vary depending on culture to culture, but then gender still remains the same. So she will still remain a female, but then the roles may vary. Yeah, she may do what other cultures will call masculine, but then in that culture, that's what feminine people do. Yeah. So yeah, to me, gender, sex I could use them interchangeably, but then maybe the gender roles could differ from culture to culture. Yeah, I think that's how I would rather look at it. You find that these champions of these kind of agendas, when it feeds into their families, they struggle. So they may be on the screen, on the camera, they're talking about, wokeness, they're talking about it's okay to be this, but then when it's their son, then it's a different story. And I'm not talking just out of nowhere. I know what I'm talking about because I've seen people in my spaces of work where this person is a high-flying person out there and they are champions per se, but when it bites their home, then they know they don't want it. So they preach it out for other people's children to subscribe to it, not their own. Before we go, there's a case that I wanted us to talk about. Caster Semenya, the South African athlete. So this lady, she's a lady, and she competed with ladies for a while. I think she won 2 Olympic gold medals and a couple of other gold medals all over the place. She was competing for 800 meters. Is it 800, 400? I've forgotten really. But so this lady, biologically female, physically female. But of course, from what happened, they sued her that she was having more testosterone than the average woman.
High testosterone levels.
Yeah, so they said now, for example, women should there's a threshold to be a woman for testosterone. But then if this woman was born a woman, then why are you discriminating against her? Just because she has high testosterone doesn't make her a man. She's still a woman. Yeah? So I feel she was unfairly treated that way. Yeah? So just because I'm a man and I have a small, tiny voice, and hey, that make me a man. That mean I should compete with women. Yeah, I'm still a man. So for example, my voice is a bit, softer than most men. It's more high pitched, so I don't become a female. I'm still a male. What do you think about that case?
If this woman is a biological female, just because she has higher testosterone levels, doesn't mean that they should not let her compete, because it might be unfair to the other women, because obviously you're going to have every once in a while a woman that's going to excel above the rest, just like in male sports, you're going to have a male that's going to excel above all the rest, and you're going to have exceptional males, you're going to have exceptional females.
For example, if a male is a giant, is very big, would you say, no, this guy shouldn't compete in boxing because he's bigger than the average human?
Men.
Well, he'll still compete and he'll keep winning.
Yeah, he'll keep winning. He'll be the, he'll be the best.
Yeah, because he's the best male out there. Yeah. So I feel like for that particular case, it was handled poorly, and in the end, they really affected the lady because they told her to take some injections, some medication to reduce on the hormones, and then eventually she got sick and she went through a lot of hell. She calls it hell. I think she also has to go through a lot of mental stress, and who knows, God knows what she's going through by this time, because they say she won the case, but then she was not allowed to compete. Essentially, she lost the case. The world looks at rewards as money is the ultimate reward, but then you're damaging this person's ego, you're damaging how they look at their self-image, you're obliterating how she looks at herself, and then you say she's won the case when she's essentially lost herself.
So I think, Paul, we're probably at about the end of our discussion. We've kind of transitioned from wokeness into gender, but this all kind of connects. And I don't know if maybe we'll continue this discussion next week. We'll have to see some of the response that we get to this, what kind of comments. But yeah, so let us know your thoughts. We'll try to respond to as many comments as we can. So have a good week, and we'll see you in another 7 days. Bye for now.
Bye.